I'd like to welcome everybody here to Central Iowa Farm Store. My name's Todd Cassidy. Family owned and operated business. My father, Bill, has been in the community since 1972 when he bought in the dealership. I've been active in the dealership since I was, officially out of high school, but I moved back. First of all, my brother and I ventured off to Webster City in 1994 and bought a dealership up there. In 2002, I moved back here to the home store, so Dad is semi-retired, you might say. He won't admit to that. He still works a lot, but unfortunately, he's gone on a little trip this afternoon, so he's not here. Give you background to kind of what we do here at the farm store. Obviously, farm equipment, sell new and used tractors, combines, planters, anything a farmer would need on the farm, as well as parts and service. We represent New Holland, Massey Ferguson, Gleaner combines, Kinsey corn planters, which are built right down in Williamsburg, Iowa, amongst numerous short lines. Kubota is also another product that we represent. Compact tractors up to 135 horsepower. Hay equipment, tillage, anything, again, like I say, the farmer wants. One of the newest things probably in our business over the last, say, 7-8 years that we've been involved is precision agriculture. And when we talk about precision agriculture, maybe some of you have heard the term, we are now steering and guiding our farm vehicles, or tractors or combines, through the field without touching the steering wheel. And we've got a display set up over here behind you to kind of demonstrate some of the products that we sell. That has created a whole new facet of the business. Technology evolves very quick in that, just like it does on your desk computer, your home computer. We've hired additional staff to support that. Along with that, our corn planters that you see planting all the corn and soybeans, we have now got shutoffs on individual rows. So it used to be, say 10 years ago, you had a 12-row or 16-row planter, all 12 or all 16 rows planted until the farmer lifted the implement and made his headland turn. Today, those rows, as they go through an already planted area, headlands, for example, are what we call point rows along a waterway or into a waterway. These rows on the planter will shut off one at a time. Saves seed, saves production cost, and increases yield at the same time. A lot of people say, what's the next to come? Manless vehicles? I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I think that's a strong possibility. There's people out there right now that are experimenting with a completely manless, autonomous tractor. So time will tell with that. If we want to step into the office in here, we've got an aerial of our facility. While everybody's gathering in, I'll give you a quick rundown of our employees. We employ 27 full-time people here. Most of them have been with us quite some time. As we've grown, we've obviously hired some new people, but this top left one is the facility in 1980. A little white block building, 60 by 100 concrete building is where we started at in 1972 when Dad purchased the business. In 1980, they expanded into this facility right here. Added a shop, added a warehouse. This front building was not part of our complex at the time. Some of you probably remember that as the Beat Club, Bicycle Billy's nightclub. Several years ago, we bought that facility and have remodeled, and that's our consumer product sales facility now, our lawnmowers and compact tractors. In 2005, we had outgrown our existing shop and we needed an additional shop space and floor space, so Some of you probably remember when Farm Credit built up here on the hill north of us on 2nd Street. They had to get rid of a lot of dirt. And I don't remember, there's like 3,500 or 4,000 loads of dirt that came in here, which provided a nice building pad for an 80 by 180 shop for us. Used that for about 2 years and decided we needed to expand again. So we built another warehouse and a detail shop behind that, which shows in the lower right picture. So right now we use and operate out of 6 separate buildings on about 27 acres. Anybody have any questions on what we do or anything on farm equipment that I can answer?
How many employees do you employ?
27 full-time.
Do you lease equipment?
Do we lease equipment? On occasions we do.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. 2 years ago we remodeled the lobby here and added 2 additional offices. We were out of office space. This gave us a nice entry. We remodeled the interior obviously, and we wanted a theme. My wife was quite influential on this, but she called it a destination. Wanted to be able to come to a destination, remember you've been here. So obviously we've got a barn thing going on. We expanded the parts counter. We added 2 offices onto the west side as well, and that was in 2012 is when we finished that. Actually, with that addition, we completely enclosed that block building I showed you a while ago. So we're sitting in a building within a building right now. Offices, sales offices up front. My office sits here. Dad is behind Todd over there. Sorry, Todd. I need to introduce Todd Stothurst. I'm sorry, I didn't do that a while ago. Todd Stothurst, our operations manager with us. So let's all kind of wander around the west side of the parts counter, and then we'll train out through the shop. Some of you probably have come in for parts in the past, and we've got 3 parts counter people, and they keep busy each and every day. We're coming into our hectic season, the fall season. We'll be here 7 days a week through harvest and extended hours during the week. So if we want to go ahead and follow around. Our parts manager, Denny Coolers.
Hi, everybody.
This shop is somewhat empty right at the time being. We've got combines that we're getting ready for harvest and got a big head outside that we're working on. We also keep busy in what we call in the country, in the field, doing repairs and maintenance on machines. But we've got 3 full-time technicians that work out of this shop, 2 big ag, 1 consumer product, works on the small stuff in the back. Shop manager, service writer, and our shop office, so our library with our service manuals and computer screens to do work order write-ups and so forth. We have a conference room upstairs above the service office. We have a break room, kitchenette upstairs as well for the employees. This shop was built in 1980, like we saw on the wall a while ago, and when it was built in 1980, it was the envy of every farm equipment dealer in the state of Iowa, I think. It was state-of-the-art, one of the largest facilities, nicest facilities around. And as our machines have gotten larger and grown, our shops have shrunk. So it takes more floor space and more room to work on the big equipment today than it did in 1980.
How many technicians did you say you had?
6. 6 today.
How many of them are mobile that go out?
Excuse me. All of them. We've got 3 full-time service trucks. So we've got 3 of them in service trucks, and the rest of them go as needed. So we will walk down to see the other shop real quick, and you'll see probably a little more activity going on down there. Obviously, this is what we call our combine shop. Combine shop at this time of year in the spring or in the late winter season, you'll see this full of corn planters, both new and used. You see our mobile service trucks. There's 2 of them sitting in here right now. The building behind this building we call Building 5, and that's our wash facility. So we got our wash facility all out of the shops and contained, so we don't bother with humidity and so forth, the other technicians.
How large an area do you cover? The state of Iowa or more than that?
It's growing all the time. We used to say a 30-mile radius, and today we say a 50-mile radius of Marshalltown. With the internet, we ship used equipment all over the country and Canada, to be honest with you. So you probably noticed the truck backing in the shed. That combine is going to down in central Missouri tomorrow. So, yeah. So we truck equipment, Iowa, and all over Iowa and the surrounding states ourselves. So, yeah. Well, let's venture back up the hill if we don't have any other questions down here.
Todd,
Yes.
did someone ask what would be the cost of this machine right here?
Nobody has asked that question yet.
I will.
That is a used machine that is $175,000, $80,000 combine. A new one like it today is pushing $300,000.
Is that with or without the head
That's without.
or the heads?
An 8-row corn head is $60,000-ish. 35-foot platform can range from 40 to 80,000.
So you're right at 500,000.
Yeah, yeah.
So how old is this one? It doesn't look very old to me.
That's probably a 4-year-old, 5-year-old machine. And talk about price of machinery. A tractor, for example, today, a common tractor that we sell would be a 250 to 300 horsepower, what we call front wheel assist tractor. And you're looking in mid twos, $240,000, $250,000. So, and they go up from there. We had a 670 horsepower tractor we sold last fall, and it was about $450,000. Obviously, this is what we call our consumer product, our lawn and garden center. Good vast array of lawn mowers, utility vehicles, zero turns to tractor types. 2 salesmen are housed over here and handle the new and used lawn and garden sales. And that's a transition that we've seen, speaking of lawn and garden, over the last few years. We used to sell tractor type lawnmowers, something similar to that. Everybody knows a tractor type lawnmower. Now we sell very few of those, and then we're selling the zero turn. So the zero turn provides better efficiency and quicker lawn mowing than a tractor style does. Of course, utility vehicles, there's a good demand for those as a work vehicle on the farm, especially for a livestock producer. Row crop farmer will spray his fence rows and waterways and so forth with them as well. So, this building we remodeled about 6 years ago and made it a full-time lawn and garden building. So, what we have here is in today's term, an entry-level assisted steering system for tractor or combine. Picture this as a steering wheel in the vehicle. Electric motor driven by the computer will steer it through the field. And if I can, kind of like playing a video game. I'm not a gamer, but we're going to get this thing turned around and engaged on a line. Okay, you notice it started painting its path. These lines that you see are from when I set it up. I made a kind of a radius simulating a contour in the field. And it's steering itself around the curve, around the contour. And we'll wait for it to come to the end, which will simulate the headland in the field. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to see us here at Central Iowa Farm Store, and appreciate that. And hopefully take home a little more knowledge of what we do here in town than you may have had before. And again, we serve about a 50-mile radius of Marshalltown on the ag sector, consumer products. The city of Marshalltown, Marshall County primarily is where we focus that business at. So thanks again.